Okay, it seems that Bogota might have some issues connecting. So I will ask the question on their behalf. So the question is, a lot of people hear that crypto is supposed to bring freedom, but instead they're experiencing
those that are happening in terming Singapore. Probably people are much more affluent and people are very respectful of authority. So when people are saying that they are from authority, call them the crypto emergency fund that may not be talked about as often, which is our industry leading security and risk management infrastructure, as well as our collaboration with external partners, right? So creating a safe blockchain ecosystem but security is not something that just user. So other than platform level security, use of that. Recently, we worked. That's one example from Singapore. Takes collaborative effort. We are committed to do our part to make crypto safer, much more accessible on that front.
Super. Thank you, Richard. And next question we have one of the Binance Live content creators. We have Moonlight here to ask a question. So let's see if we can bring Moonlight to the stage. Moonlight, thank you for joining. I will hand the stage over to you for your question for Richard. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And GM Richard, Jessica, Karen, and Binance Square community. It's nice to meet you all.
Hi, Moonlight. How are you?
Thank you. Well, I'm doing awesome. Actually, I have a fun question because I've been streaming on Binance Live daily for the past 3 years, and I've seen our Binance community members use all kinds of methods to guide their trading decisions like crypto funds rate or super fortune. So some keep up with the news to spot macro trends, and others, like previously Richard also mentioned, using AI tools or AI agents for advice. And some even turn to astrology or other metaphysical tools. So I wanted to ask Richard, have you ever tried using some interesting tools like AI or more mystical tools to guide your crypto trades? And if not, would you be open to exploring different tools to help you decide which token to trade? Thank you.
Oh, thanks for that fun question. So first of all, huge respect for streaming on Binance Live every day for the last 3 years. That's real dedication, and thank you for being such an active part of the community from the early days of Binance Live, right? This is not financial advice, but personally, I like to keep my trading style simple, right? I'm a hodler. So be it crypto or even other asset class, I tend to take a very long-term view of things. I tend to look at things like what are the strategic, what are the key drivers, what are the growth trajectories, right? What's the long-term position? Because I'm extremely lousy trader. When I try to trade on a short-term basis, I always lose money. I'm not good at that. So I tend to keep mine simple, take a long-term view, buy and hold, right? But so if you look at the trajectory of digital assets over the past decades, despite all the up and down, the overall trend has been positive and huge positive upwards, right? So if you look at even in the last 2 years, 2024 to now, across different asset class, Bitcoin is the best performing asset class. If you look at across things like gold, people say, gold is a great asset class. I'm not disputing that, but Bitcoin has outstripped the performance of gold, S&P 500, Nasdaq, etc., etc. So if you look at it over the long term, digital assets has performed very, very well, and that's my conviction. So I remain convinced in terms of those long-term view, right? I'm interested in different form of AI. I mean, I'm a Chinese, and I believe in things like 八字, right? So I mean, now even the 八字 people are using AI to predict, what's your fortune in the next year, in the next 10 years, etc. I'm not quite sure whether how those are accurate, but do your own research, right? But I think AI will transform every aspect of our work and our life going forward. All the kids are now using AIs to finish their schoolwork. I think now schoolwork is a breeze for most of the younger children, unlike our time. But there's so much opportunity and so much things to do on that space. So keep experimenting and keep having fun.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Richard. And just a small suggestion, I do hope that Binance Square could show our emojis because I so wanted to clap hands while you were speaking.
All right. Let's work on that.
Fantastic. Great answer. And Moonlight, great question. I've given you a follow. Thank you so much for that and for the creativity of the question there. Okay, so next question that we have BitGuru, who we will hopefully bring to the stage. Let's see if we can bring on. BitGuru, thank you so much for joining us.